May we see your papers?
I don't think I have them on me.
In that case, we'll have to ask you to come along.
Wait, it's possible that yes. Here we are.
These papers expired 3 weeks ago. You'll have to come along.
Halt! Halt!
In the new legislation, the national ID card is in it. It takes 3 or 4 pages to describe, and it will be connected with our driver's licenses. The states will be instructed on exactly what they have to do. Social security numbers will be used. Some type of a physical proof, such as fingerprints or retinal prints, have to be on it.
Giuliani had a line last night that I'm not sure many people noticed, but it had to do with a national ID card. It was within the context of a debate about immigration, and he said we need a tamper-proof ID card and a database that figures out who they are, immigrants, why they're here, and whether or not they're legal. That's a national ID card. Are you for that?
Absolutely not. I voted against the Real ID. I think the Real ID is the national ID card. It's essentially going to be introducing the notion that we will be carrying our papers. You can't do that, gather that much information in an ID card for illegal aliens or Hispanics and not include everybody. It just doesn't make any sense. So the age of carrying our papers and national IDs, it's here, and I am concerned about that. It's all done in the name of safety. Everybody's frightened to death, and if you don't sacrifice your liberties, you can't be safe. And yet the dangers exist, but they're not quite bad enough, and they never should be bad enough to sacrifice liberty. There's no reason to sacrifice liberty in thinking that you're going to be safer.
So just sum it up for me in 3 sentences. If you get in an argument with someone about the national ID card, the response you're likely to get is, well, gee, the credit card companies have a lot of information on you, and you don't feel like your liberty is being abridged because of that. Why is a national ID card a threat to liberty?
Well, one is private and one is government. I don't want the government snooping on me. I would give my fingerprint to Continental Airlines, the airlines I fly, in order to get through the line and to be assured that I'm a safe passenger. But I don't want to do it with the government. The government is there to protect privacy, not to invade our privacy. Now our government, it does more to protect their secrecy, and they violate our privacy. So there's a big difference between a credit card company. If they violate our privacy, then you can use the government to enforce laws because they promise me to keep my privacy confidential. So there's a big difference. It's sort of like the government shouldn't have your medical records, but I as a physician can have access to your medical records, but I better not violate that confidence.
Amen. Yeah, I hope you can come on regularly just for a tutorial on what it means to be free. Dr. Paul, I really appreciate your coming on. It was a great explanation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.